Welcome back, friends and family. So, we are going to look in this video on how to write a review. Okay, do you know how to write a review? I imagine you are here to learn that. So I'm going to help you learn exactly what writing style and the structure you need to apply to answer this question correctly. Okay, so this is part 2 of the writing paper. Okay, in part 1, we looked at the essay. In part 2, we've looked at an article, we've looked at a report, and now we're going to look at a review. Okay, so let's look at a sample question, an example question of what a review is. Here we go. So, you have seen this advertisement in a local magazine. Movie reviews wanted. Have you ever seen a movie that really surprised you? Write a film review and talk about who the main character was, why the movie surprised you, and your opinion of the movie, including what you liked about it, what you least liked about it. So that's a spelling mistake, what you least liked about it. Now, the best reviews will be published in the magazine. So, I would like to remind you that you have 40 minutes to write a review, to write this review. 5 minutes planning, 30 minutes writing, 5 minutes checking, proofreading your review. So this is the structure of a review. Okay, so beginning is start by stating which film you will review and why. It is a good idea to include a question as well. A question to make the reader want to continue reading further. Okay, then you have the middle part. Describe the film in brief, the plot and the characters using interesting vocabulary. And finally, the ending. To conclude, say who you would recommend the film to and why. Okay, so you would make a recommendation of this film to someone. So beginning, middle, ending. Okay, so as you can see, this is an example answer. Okay, now you have a title, The Departed Film Review. You have a title at the top of your review. And you can see you have the beginning, the middle, and the end. Okay, so that is the basic structure of a review. Now, what tone do you need? It's a friendly tone again. Okay, it's a friendly tone. It's very similar to the article that you wrote. You're going to apply the same register, the same tone for the article and also for the review. Okay, so now there are key writing phrases. Okay, have you ever, for example, you can learn these. How can you involve the reader? You can involve the reader by asking, have you ever thought about, how would you feel if, what would you think of? Are you one of those people who, so you're literally asking the reader, and there are more. Expressing enthusiasm. It is so exciting that, optional, or it's so exciting to see. It's so exciting to find out. Okay, it's really great, or wow, it is awesome to know that the director has finally decided to work together with Tom Cruise, for example. I'm delighted to find out that the director has finally made a decision to work with Tom Cruise. Okay, it is thrilling to see how Tom Cruise can adapt his character in different scenarios. Or, I'm over the moon about, etc., etc., etc. This is a phrase, to be extremely happy. I'm over the moon about this new movie released by Steven Spielberg. Or, it's awesome that, to say that it's really great that, it's exciting that. Okay, so now with that being said, remember that you have 5 minutes, okay, to plan. You have 30 minutes to write and 5 minutes to check. So we're going to go back and we're going to look at an example answer here. Okay, so now let's look at the style of writing. Again, you've got the title, you've got the beginning, the middle, and the end. This is the structure you need for the review. What tone? It's going to be a friendly tone. You want to interact with the reader. It's very important to interact to make me read more. Very friendly, very natural English. Okay, so and obviously the question has questions inside it that you have to include throughout the writing as well. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay, The Departed film review. Do you want to see an amazing movie about cops in the USA with an added twist? So that's a question. You're interacting with me, you're involving me, the reader. Well, The Departed is a must-see. It has an amazing cast with the likes of Jack Nicholson, Matt Damon, and Leonardo DiCaprio. It is hard to say who the main character is because there are various stories that run simultaneously throughout the movie. Now, that was the beginning. Now, we've got the middle. The movie is surprising because, spoiler alert, this is very appropriate vocabulary for a movie review. Okay, it's important to tell the reader that, hey, if you haven't seen the movie, be careful, spoiler alert, maybe you don't want to read more, you don't want to read further. And if you are, I told you, be careful, spoiler. So, the movie is surprising because, spoiler alert, almost all of the main characters die. In the movie, there are undercover police officers infiltrated into the mafia, and also many corrupt police officers on the payroll. Jack Nicholson is a mafia boss and he has an undercover policeman as one of his employees. But he also has Matt Damon feeding him information from inside the police department. The movie is tense and will keep you on the edge of your seat until the end. Now we get to the last part. Recommendation. Remember that. The movie would be suitable for anyone over the age of 18 due to its violent nature, and it is a great movie to have a look into the crime world in Boston, USA. I would recommend it to everyone. Okay, so we have answered all the questions. You can apply the same strategies you learned from the article. Okay, you know what kind of language. You can see it's a very friendly, it's a very talkative, conversational type of language. You can see that there are questions, there are exclamation marks as well. So I believe I saw an exclamation mark. If not, yes, there is. Spoiler alert, for example. Okay, so that is the style of writing. Review, very simple structure. You've got a title, you've got the beginning, you've got the body, which is the middle, and then you've got the end with your recommendation. Okay, it is not formal, it is conversational. Okay, so friends and family, there is not a lot of mystery here. Okay, so now please apply the same strategies you've learned from the article and you'll do just fine in the review as well. Thank you very much and see you in the next one.